The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, the WWE Champion from Battle Creek, Michigan, weighing 230 pounds, Rob Van Dam.
You think you know me?
And the opponent from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 241 pounds, Edge.
Oh, here we go. What a jerk. How about continuing the match?
I don't think he's in any hurry in this one, King. And I don't think the crowd wants it to end either. Would you look at that? A blatantly illegal maneuver. That should be a disqualification.
You might be right, JR, but I don't hear the ring bell. This match is still going. He countered that one perfectly.
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You got to keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know, quite frankly.
These superstars are putting on a great match so far, JR. But if they drop the ball, he's going up, JR. This could be big. He's a 3 count away from a pinfall. 1, 2. He almost had the 3 count right there, JR.
Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy by saying what's on their mind.
You sure? Here he goes. Up the turnbuckle. This could be really good or really bad.
We're not going to get him with that one.
He reversed it. I don't understand how these fans... Wow! There's a hole you don't want to find yourself in, JR.
You sure don't, King. We've seen many a superstar tap out to this one. Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well, then, why don't you just enlighten the rest of us, King?
No way. I can already tell this is going to be a great match, and I don't want to ruin the ending for you.
You're too kind, King. You're also full of horse manure, as far as I can tell. He's a slippery devil. Rob Van Dam is such an amazing, athletic competitor. There's not a doubt in my mind that he's one of the biggest stars in the business.
You gotta be kidding me, JR. I think you're more out of it than RVD is. Well, Van Dam might have a few fans, but that doesn't mean he's as big a star as he seems to think he is.
Something wrong with your eyes, King? You need glasses? Look at all the RVD fans in this arena. There aren't many other superstars who get this kind of reception.
Well, just because a bunch of people believe something, that doesn't make it right. It wouldn't be the first time the fans have backed the wrong horse, Jay. I don't know where he thinks he's going. This could be a mistake. Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths were going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you. Oh boy, these top rope moves can go either way. I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we'd like to hear.
I'd ask you who you want to win this matchup, JR, but it's been pretty obvious since the start of the show who you're pulling for.
I'm trying to remain as objective as I can, King. Quite frankly, I'd rather see a good competitive matchup than see a particular superstar win or... The submission is locked in! This could be huge!
Oh my gosh, JR! You can't go long without tapping out with this!
It doesn't appear that Edge is getting much love from this crowd tonight. And who can blame? His opponent's down. And now he's sharing a piece of his mind.
He's going to have to eat those words by the end of this match, JR. So long, ref! Sweet dreams!
It's going to be a while before the referee gets up from that. This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
They sure are, JR, and I love to hear it. I can't believe someone as out of it as Rob Van Dam could be featured as prominently as he is here in the WWE. I don't even think he knows where he is right now.
Van Dam might seem laid back, but don't ever mistake that for a lack of awareness or intensity. More often than not, in the heat of competition, cooler heads prevail. And that's why his fans call him the whole damn show.
I'm so happy that we have a superstar like Edge on the Raw roster. Someone who sets goals for himself and doesn't let anything stop him from reaching them. He's a great role model for young fans.
Oh, he's a terrific role model, all right. Edge is a real...
Show off all you want, but it's not going to win you the match.
No, but getting the crowd behind you can certainly give you the edge.
I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
He's got his opponent trapped in the turnbuckle. And these punches will certainly take their toll.
No doubt about it, JR. You can't take this many shots and expect to just bounce back.
This is a classic matchup, King. I'm so glad the WWE fans are getting the chance to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Of all the things that can happen to you in a ring,
I think someone's going for a high-risk move, JR.
I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their mind, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR? This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that.
You got to respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else.
And marriage is a subject which you happen to be something of an authority. Isn't that right, King?
Come on now, JR. A man doesn't know what true happiness is until he's married. And then it's too late. These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight.
What'd you expect, King? Oh, no. shot busted him open, and the blood is flowing freely.
This is great, JR. Where else besides the WWE can you see this kind of ruthless aggression?
I can't think of anywhere else, King, but I'm afraid I don't share your enthusiasm for this kind of brutality. These fans love confidence in their superstar, and that's just what they're seeing from him here tonight.
Well, he can do this until the cows come home, but that's not going to win him the match. You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE. Oh my gosh! The fight just spilled out into the crowd!
That just goes to show you, King, anything can happen in the WWE.
Boy, it's obvious these superstars have done their homework on each other.
They sure have, and this is one hell of an exam.
Let's hope it's not their final exam, JR. I'd love to see them go at it again.
Well, if I think the fans have their way, you'll get your wish, King.
Look at this, JR. Can you imagine SmackDown putting on a match half as good as this?
No disrespect intended for a SmackDown colleague, but no, I can't, King. I truly believe Raw is the dominant brand in sports entertainment.
And you hit the nail right on the head there, JR. The dominant brand, not the slightly better. He's going up, but what's he going to do when he gets there? Listen to the crowd, JR. I think they've got something to say to these superstars.
And if they're smart, they'll listen. Remember, without these fans, these superstars are...
Looks like someone's heading for the high rent district. You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these he could pin him right here, JR.